Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to Indigo Rising Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you're having a great day. I'm trying to get used to it being cold, which I guess I've accepted that fall is here. It's hard for me to do every year because I love summer so much. I do love fall, but summer, I just like being warm. Start to get cold in the fall. All right, I will quit ranting about the weather here. This will be your weekly reading for the week of November 2nd through the 8th. During that time, we'll have a waxing gibbous moon and then a full moon around the 5th or 6th, depending on where you are. And then, of course, the waning gibbous. So that full moon will be our focus. It is a super moon, and I am noticing a theme with all the readings this week, but um, that full moon can be a time of heightened emotions. Some people can feel overwhelmed and a little bit anxious. That's where the word lunatic comes from, is the word lunar. Some people can feel snappy and irritable. So, you've got to watch for just not only your energy, but maybe other people's energies as well to be that way. It is a time, if you're aware of that, it's a time for us to really practice patience and calm. It's like a little gift for us every month to learn how to practice those things. So, and once you conquer that, which I believe I did very early because I am just full of good energy during a full moon. I'm just energetic. I get a lot of things done. So, all right, that is what's going on. So keep those moon energies in mind as we move through the week. This will be an intuitive general reading for energies that you may or may not encounter. So, as always, please take what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. And your overall message for this reading, Aquarius, is your dreams need a practical plan. Okay, let's see what the Aquarian Collective has going on for the week. As I'm shuffling, my friendly reminder this week is that you pay attention to synchronicities and just really notice the world around you when it comes to that. So this could be things that you see, like, an animal that you don't see every day, maybe a song or a conversation, even just part of a conversation that you overhear. I just imagine sometimes you're walking and there's people walking the other way and they might just say a couple of words and it's stuff that you needed to hear. You're like, really? Did they just say that? Because I was thinking about this thing, that sort of thing. It could be repeating number patterns. So just keep those things in mind. Try to pay attention to those. That's the universe's little breadcrumbs and clues to help you on your unique path. So, all right, let's get into this reading. Aquarius, November 2nd through the 8th. Your dreams need a practical plan. Your overall present energy is the Hanged Man. So, you're having a new perspective on things. A lot of times new perspective just comes from new information, something that you learn, things I had never really looked at it that way. But there's something that you are taking a second look at and you're looking at it in a different light, a different way, which I always find very interesting. I find that I like to pull back from things to see the bigger picture of things. So even if I'm right in the middle of something and it seems this, I have to stop myself and go, okay, let's look at the bigger picture, and that's kind of just what the hangman energy is. It's just looking at things from a different new perspective. Your current situation is the Five of Swords. So there may be some sort of, something that's going on here, that argument, these fives, if you look at the clouds in this reading right here, something's going on. It looks like this person's feelings have been hurt. Maybe you've said some things. You've thrown some swords, some words their way, kind of hurt their feelings. And it could just be a misunderstanding, but this could cause this new perspective also. So at the root of your situation is the Chariot card. So you're getting ready to make some sort of move. And so maybe words got tossed around somewhere. This could just be a misunderstanding, but you're getting ready to make a move, and it looks like you're gathering. I call the Chariot card the packing the minivan card. So you're getting ready to make a move, and your things are going on. You're learning things, but you might be saying things also, if that makes any sense. What is in your recent past here is the King of Swords, which it wouldn't. Okay, King of Swords is very direct, very says what's on their mind, but also very logical. So it could have been something that was very obvious to you, but maybe not quite to that person. It might just, again, be a misunderstanding and be something that you need to do a little bit more explaining on. What is on your mind this week is the Page of Pentacles. So it could be that you're making a move towards a new job, towards some new career path. You might be making a move within the place that you work, moving to a different department, getting a promotion, that sort of thing. But it's a new path in the way of the material world. So although it could be job related, it might just be that you get a new car. It might just be that you buy a new sweater. I mean, it could be from the very small to the very big, but it is definitely something new to you in the material world for some reason. We'll see as this comes out. What is just ahead of you is a tower. So, is this exchange of words here causing a big giant disruption? There's something is causing a disruption. And because it's just ahead of you this week, it might not even be related to that. But, I would kind of just be careful watching out when it's a disruption like this. It could be like car trouble. It could be that just something happens, like something falls through that you had hoped upon. It could be, and especially if you're trying to plan to make some sort of move, you might have had your eye on something and now it's off the table. So pay attention because it looks like there is a disruption coming for you this week. In your advice position is the Wheel of Fortune. So, in all of this is a card of evolving, and this is a card, I'm going to say it again, all of the readings this week have been about transitioning. And I've seen this card a lot, and I've seen the cards that kind of point to this kind of thing where everyone's kind of turning a page and transitioning to something else. And this is not just you. This is a theme that's going on within the collective this week for some reason. I'll be very interested to see what happens during the full moon because I can't really put my finger on it, but I'm watching all of the readings that everybody's kind of having a transition during this time. So you're not alone there. And your advice is to kind of go with the flow here, to kind of this, evolvement comes from when we see things from a new perspective and learn a thing. And also disruption can bring that on too. So you've got a couple of things there that are bringing on you having a new perspective and also evolving and changing because of something that's going on out there. So what is beyond your control this week is the Six of Swords. So you're definitely going to be moving towards your future with new thoughts, new ideas, new ways of communication. And that's kind of what the Wheel of Fortune bring. It's just that change. So something new is coming for you. It might be quicker than, it looks like this Chariot, at the root of your situation, you were trying to collect information to make this change. And I feel like this change is kind of this disruption and also this new perspective is kind of forcing your hand and making you do things a little faster than even you wanted to. What is your secret desire or what you're trying to avoid is some anxiety. I would imagine you're trying to avoid that. And of course, that comes with disruptions, that comes with things changing, that you're going to have sleepless nights and anxiety. There's nothing you can do. Again, your dreams need a practical plan. And if you had a plan in place, like I said, and it's something you were planning on something in this and it got taken out away from you, this disruption, you just need to have a new perspective and change your plans a little bit. Um, and I doubt if it's your secret desire to have anxiety over this or sleepless nights, but I hopefully you're trying to avoid that. And you may not be able to. You might just have a little bit of that time, but the quicker you take care of the situation and get the plan in place and figure out exactly what it is that you're going to do, the quicker that anxiety will go away. So you have to manage this and deal with it pretty quickly. In your outcome position, is you're going to end up at the end of it kind of feeling like an outsider. I feel a little bit of disappointment here. This is a transition for you, but it's almost like it happens. Things happen so quickly that it's not really what you had planned. Which tells me if your overall is that your dreams need a practical plan, that maybe this wasn't the plan. And it's one of those situations where, yeah, it didn't work out, but there's going to come a point in time, like maybe a year down the road, where you turn around and go, thank goodness that thing didn't work out because I wouldn't be here right now if that happened. So sometimes that's very hard for us to see while we're in it, but that's absolutely why things like that happen. What is hidden from you this week will be the Knight of Swords. So no rapid messages. It's almost like whatever's going on, you kind of I don't know. I guess you kind of saw coming, or maybe it even started last week. Maybe you got this message last week, but no big rapid changes and no big rapid real thoughts yet on your part on how to remedy this. So this energy may go into next week for you too, as you try to work this out and figure out what your next plan is going to be. But you need a practical plan. That's definitely the overall message of this reading, and the cards definitely are saying that as well. So, okay, let's see. Soul Oracle deck, final message here for Aquarius. Final message for Aquarius, and that message is to admit your vulnerabilities. Again, that could be that perspective change. Make sure you are just looking at things from a new way. And if that's hard for you, maybe you might need to look around, friends, family, talk to somebody. Am I looking at this right? Why isn't this working out for me? Someone else may be able to see that a lot clearer than you can. Sometimes while we're in it, we can't really see that situation. So, all right, Aquarius, let's see what you need to do in the way of self-care this week. And the card that comes up for you is the card that says beauty. Today, you are a curator of beauty. You are blessed with moments that let you know beyond a shadow of a doubt that all is well in the world. So, even though this is going on, that's very nice that you're still just going to have this perspective. And I feel like that's just being very positive of you, that things are going to work out. You might have been in some chaos anyway, so and maybe in your recent past it's just kind of been like that and you're kind of getting a little bit used to it, but you're still seeing the beauty in things, and that's really great to have that great positive outlook. So Aquarius, thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope there was something in this reading that you can take away and use. Again, everybody's kind of in this transition period, so don't be afraid to talk to friends and family, as because I feel like everybody's kind of going through these changes, and it'll be good for all of us to get together, compare notes, see what's going on, help each other out, be a support system for each other. So, also, Aquarius, if you like my reading style, please hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps my channel. And most importantly, it'll help you find me next week, where you can come back and we can see where the story goes, or if there's something completely new here for you then. So, thanks so much, Aquarius, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.